KatBatDraws. Do you know my favourite thing about being an illustrator? When I'm drawing, for just a moment, I am completely in control. Anything I can imagine, I can draw. So if I'm hungry, I can draw myself a delicious cupcake. Or if I want to try something new, I can draw myself a fancy hat. And if that one's not right, I can try something different. If I want to try a new look, I can do that too. What do you think? Okay, so you might have already figured out that when I'm making my books, my favourite things to draw are animals. All sorts of different animals. But honestly, even better than that is when you get to use your imagination. I love to draw fantastical animals, creatures from other worlds, maybe even other dimensions. Now, some of the creatures have already been made up for us, like unicorns and mermaids and manticores and griffins, but we can also make up completely new ones. We're limited only by our imaginations. So today, together, we're going to create two fantastical creatures, one that already exists in mythology and one that we come up with together. So, you ready? Let's draw. What you need? You'll need some paper, you'll need a pencil and maybe a darker pencil, even a black pen. You can have some colored pencils if you like to, and of course, as always, your imagination. What? You don't need. You do not need an eraser because all lines are good lines. We know this. We do not need a ruler because we like wobbly lines. Honestly, they're the best. And we do not need a Lego figurine of ourselves, even if they do have an awesome surfboard and a magic wand. And you can see, I really like cupcakes. She has a cupcake in her belly. So first up today, we're going to draw a little character of mine that hasn't turned up in one of my books yet, but I hope it might be the next book I make. And that's about a little unicorn. Now, of course, we're going to start with some nice round shapes because, as you might know by now, nearly all of my characters around, that's her body. We're going to draw a rather regal looking unicorn, so her head's going to be slanted slightly up. And she'll have a curvy neck, attaching her little head to her round body. And then we're going to do one of her legs out in front. The other leg behind. Her legs are kind of little rectangles like that. And then we'll put a little ear up here and her horn up on top. And I'll show you how the rest of it comes together with our darker pencil. So we're going to start by off the nose. We're going to make a flatter shape like that, and then attach it, and then curve up to the ear, and then all the way down the back. And then let's do our eyes. I usually start with the eyes, but I didn't today. And a little snout, a horn with curvy lines, and then her fringe kind of curls up behind the horn like that, and then goes down her back like that. So we'll do the front of her and her proud leg up in the air. And then attach to the rest of the body. And leave a little bit for a tail. My legs behind. Now she has a very proud, as we know, tail that is kind of almost magically wavering in the wind. And you know what? We could draw, because she is a magical creature, we could draw her living on a roundish kind of cloud like that. I'm going to make the bubbles of the cloud with my pencil. You know what? I'm going to do it a purple cloud, because why not? This is what I meant by bubbles. What are they actually called? Do we have a scientist out there? A cumulonimbus something or other. And because she's super extra proud, I'm going to do magical shining lines coming off her like that. We can even put some strips of colour through her hair. You know, her hair, it's made up of lots of beautiful, wavy, soft lines. So there's our unicorn. I wonder what yours looks like. Now I want to make a completely brand new, made up, fantastical creature. And I'm going to base this creature on animals that already exist and borrow bits and pieces from them to make something new. And you can play a similar game on your own, but feel free to draw along with me for now. I'm going to draw a round head like that. And the head is going to be based on a monkey. So monkeys have like a snout. I'll do the two eyes there. And they have funny little ears off the side. And big smiley wonky faces. I'm going to do a body down here. We can make it a bit of a pear shape if we want. And then, this is not very monkey-like at all. I'm going to use big round shapes off the side. I wonder if you can guess what kind of legs these will be. And then there'll be two more round shapes down there. And the rest we might do with our dark line. So we know we've got the head up here, the two eyes, and round shape. And a wonky smile. With the snout again. So it's a little bit monkeyish. And then we'll do our neck down here. And we'll do the start of our pear-shaped body. And then we're going to do two legs. Have you worked out what kind of legs they are? They're like frog legs. But then we're not going to do frog feet because we're making this character up. So I'm going to do big paddle, kind of duck feet. And a second one. Weird. And fantastical. Now the hands I'm going to draw, because they're big exaggerated legs, I'm going to do teeny tiny exaggerated arms. And they're kind of coming together. Might even do little hoofs on the ends of the arms. Now, if I want to make it truly fantastical, we can add some other things. I am going to add some wings, but just little wings like that. In fact, we could make them almost like cicada wings. So it's some little lines on them like that. And then we're going to add a tail coming out from behind, so we can only see it turning up out here. And I think, considering we gave a cicada wings, I'd give it a little leaf-like tail. And then if it's a leaf-like tail, maybe she's holding a flower. I'm starting to wonder if this fantastical creature is like a little nature sprite. That's what she's starting to look like to me. What could we have on the head? I'm going to do something really simple on the head. Just two little stubs that maybe would grow into horns one day. Starting to wonder if she's young. She might be a baby. So you can play this game at home on your own. You could come up with 3 different animals and do the head of one, the body of another, the legs of another, and then add some fantastical things like horns or wings or a mustache. Mustaches can be fantastical too. Or bits and pieces like hats or a skirt or fancy shoes, or holding something that tells us about the character. Again, you can do anything that you can imagine. That's the fun of drawing. So thanks for joining me today. If you'd like to do more fantastical creatures, you can go to my website and find today's worksheet where you could come up with a fantastical creature that lives here under the ocean. I wonder what you'd do. You could get your parents or guardians to go to my website and find the link there. If you do go to my website, you can send me stuff. Feel free to send me your drawings, your ideas, your thoughts. You can write to me and tell me about things that you'd like me to draw or things that we can draw together. And you can do this, again, on my website or on any of the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm there. I'm easy to find, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.